Chef Massimo Capra's got a summer pasta with eggplant and tuna for us today. So here's what you're going to need to make this with us. You need shell pasta, olive oil, minced garlic, red onion, eggplant, capers, cherry tomato, canned tuna, black olives, oregano, parsley, salt and pepper. Okay, Massimo, this sounds so delicious.
This is a very simple combination. This is a pasta that is absolutely delicious, and it uses eggplant. And what I did with the eggplant is I peeled them completely. These are regular eggplant, the big one that you find in every supermarket, okay? Now, if you were to use Japanese eggplant, then you wouldn't need to do this operation. But I chopped them, I peeled them, and I salted them. And then I squeezed them. And what I have is this liquid, which has all of the bitterness and the acidity of the eggplant. This one can go as fertilizer. It's beautiful, actually. And now I have beautiful eggplant ready to go. Then the next thing is I'm using is canned tuna, because this is something that we overlook all the time when we think, canned tuna, you know what I mean? But I buy good quality tuna in olive oil. Now, very simple to do. We have a preheated pan and quite a good amount of olive oil. We put our garlic in. Hopefully this one is started already. Yeah, it is. Beautiful, nice and warm. We can put our onions in it immediately, just like that. And okay, I always like the onion and garlic combination. Is fantastic, right? I mean, it's a great summer dish. You don't need too much tomato sauce. This is very light compared to the norm. And then what we need to do is we need to add our capers, okay? Why do we add capers right now? Because these ones are brined, okay? If you buy the salted one, that's different. You need to soak them and wash them and squeeze them. These ones are brined, so they have a little bit of acidity. I'm gonna add all of it. And I want to take the acidity out. I want to take the brine out, so I'm gonna boil them down. Next, olives, because Tracy, you know olives. Do you like olives? Do you eat olives ever?
I absolutely love olives, and I eat them all the time. They add that little punch of saltiness, right?
Exactly. So what I want to do here, I want to remove a little bit of the brininess from all of these ingredients. And I see that it's a little dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Olive oil is good for you. I know it's fat, but it's good for you. It's a good fat. Let's call it that way. Okay, so there we go. Then I'm gonna bring my eggplant, my tuna, and my cherry tomato near. The cherry tomatoes, I split them in half, I chop them up, and then I'm gonna add them in almost at the end, because cherry tomato, you know very well, they need to just reheat and break down a little bit, and they're perfect. They release the sugary burst in your mouth that is just absolutely delicious. So there we go. Now, my onions are wilted, and I don't like them overcooked. I don't want this to be a really overcooked dish. So I'm gonna add my eggplant, give it a good stir, and if need be, my best friend is always the pasta water. It's right here. So if I wanna get it started, I'm gonna do that, add it in, the eggplants are gonna cook. I buy olive oil canned tuna, okay, and I buy really high quality. Now, the cheap one and the expensive one, the difference in price is like a couple of dollars. So, you know, I don't see the point of being cheap on this recipe. I find that when you buy canned tuna in olive oil, is a little bit more soft and less dry. So there we go. We are almost ready. I'm gonna add, let me remove some of the wildlife in here and the nature. Now I'm gonna put my oregano in, and I'm using fresh oregano. Let's toss a little bit. You got that, huh? A little bit more pasta water. Then I'm gonna add my tomatoes. And now, I pre-cooked the conchiglie, and this pasta is good with a short noodle, because all of the little sauce, the light sauce, is gonna go right in it. And you know what, with a conchiglie like this one, you can actually scoop a little bit of sauce. It's absolutely delicious. And I pre-cooked it a little bit because it takes 10 minutes to cook. So this is a beautiful brand from Ontario, and I love it, and I have no problem using it. So there we go. I'm gonna put it back in the water a little bit to get it reheated, just like that. And doesn't take very long. Just you want it in and out. It's ready. It was cooked perfectly. So this is gonna be lunch for Rosa and Daniel and me, and perhaps the cameraman if he stays 8 feet distant. Let's see what he does. Okay, a little bit more pasta water, that's your best friend always. And then you start tossing, tossing, tossing. Add your parsley, because I don't like raw parsley. I want it a little bit steamed, okay, and it looks good inside. And there you go.